That was when he was getting impeached, and then the lawyer, but forget that.
No, but he has been an active fighter. He's active. It's not like Jon Jones was not active and was not accepting fights. And I also believe, because I know how Jon Jones is, Jon Jones fights and beats Stipe. If he wins, I think he fights Aspinall.
Bullshit, guys. Bullshit. You know what Dana White's good at? I'll tell you what Dana White's good at. Dana White, guys, is a sly fucker. You know this guy, Dana White? He will protect the fighter. For example, Jon Jones. He'll make him fight the Stipe fighter, help his legacy. Because if Jon Jones decides to retire, which most people say he's going to retire after that fight, Dana White saves his ass in a two-way street. He saves his ass because he's like, I believe Jon Jones is going to fight this guy. But if Jon Jones retires, Dana White won't be able to say much. But at the same time, this is how much of a sly fucker Dana White is. He'll say this, that he believes Jon Jones will fight Tom Aspinall after, to put pressure on Jon Jones. For Jon Jones psychology will start thinking, shit, the boss is protecting me. The boss is saying, I'll fight Tom Aspinall. So he puts Jon Jones in a bit of jeopardy, because if Jon Jones's plans is not to fight Tom Aspinall, Dana White's a sly fucker. Remember, guys, when Jon Jones had all these bad antics where he's pulled out of fights, Dana White's always said bad stuff about Jon Jones. He can't keep his self clean outside the ring. Him and Dana White haven't always had the best relationship. But guys, when Dana White's got something to gain out of it, for example, protecting this legacy fight, making sure Jon Jones has a squeaky record, and on top of that, just so he can apply a bit of pressure on Jon Jones to fight Tom Aspinall after, even though that ain't in his plans, he'll say, I believe Jon Jones will fight Tom Aspinall. So that pressure now, it gets shifted onto Jon Jones' shoulder. This is one of the slyest fuckers in the business, guys. Do not trust this man.
So
worse than Don Charles in a sly way. Doesn't pay his fighters, robs them blatantly, but still likes to control them.
It's all just, this is some little fucking game we're all playing that I don't understand.
Well, and
He is the pound for pound best fighter in the world, and he's the greatest of all time.
Point of this,
I keep saying the same shit over and over.
You don't have to like him. It's not like me and Jon Jones are fucking, buddy.
Well, I like Jon Jones, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I will say that I've had my share of arguments with him just like you have, but I like him. But I think the last thing is, too, who he is fighting, right? Coming up. So everybody in this room thinks Aspinall is more highly rated than Stipe at this point. Stipe's reputation is fantastic, but he has not won a fight since he beat DC in 4 years.
Again, Stipe Miocic, guys, good fighter, legend, guys, 42, 43. And he hasn't won since he fought DC, which is 4 years. So we got two fighters here with similar sort of attributes. Both don't really fight, been knocked out, whatever. Stipe, and he's on his way out. He's way older, and I don't know why Jon Jones is fighting the guy. So
that also plays into it. Partially a factor when you have a guy like Aspinall knocking Sergey Pavlovich out in a minute, Curtis Blades in less than a minute, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
that's just me.
No, I don't disagree with you. But here's the flip side to that. So what do? A guy who's looked at as the greatest heavyweight in the UFC, right? This fight set up, Jon Jones gets hurt. Not his fault. He has to wait and go back into fucking training camp.
Not his fault. Of course it's his fault. He got injured, guys.
Again, he was training. So do I just yank it away from Stipe and say, hey, go fuck yourself and sit on the sidelines for 2 more years? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do that, guys, because this guy, Dana White, does that to a lot of fighters, guys. If you don't fight, he tells you to F off, sit on the sidelines. But he got rid of Mohamed Makayev recently, guys, because of some sort of alteration. So yeah, you tell Stipe, look, you're old, you don't sell pay-per-views, step aside, we're going to make the Tom Aspinall fight. You think Stipe is going to argue with you? Dana White and the UFC can do whatever they want, guys. They disrespect fighters all the time, guys. If a fighter doesn't want take a fight, I heard Ankalaev was supposed to fight Pereira or whatever. I think he turned down the fight. Straight away, they put Khalil Roundtree against Pereira. Like, who the hell is Khalil Roundtree? I don't know him too well. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter or not, but I don't know him too well. And they're quick to make decisions, guys. So when they have an agenda, they'll protect the fighters, guys. So they pick and choose what they want, guys. Just so much crap, this Dana White.
If I did that, you guys would be like, oh, you fucking disrespected the greatest heavyweight ever. And you know what I mean? So
no, we wouldn't, guys. You disrespect fighters on a daily anyway. Why are we going to say that about Stipe? We'd actually commend you. You did that and you say, yo, Jon Jones, you're fighting Tom Aspinall. We would actually commend you.
The fucking fans. So I should just shit on Stipe because Jon got hurt and not make the fight that he was already supposed to fight.
We'll end it here, but I'll talk to you later.
What?
Even the reporters like, mate, you just chat so much shit, man. I'll speak to you later. You're just full of shit. The reporters can't be asked with you anymore, guys. Look at this bald fucker, man. Just sitting there like, well, I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm spitting facts. You ain't spitting facts. You're just manipulating the words you're using.
Okay, then the answer to that would be you should have had Stipe fight Aspinall or somebody else, right? In the interim, because how do you qualify for a title shot when you have not fought since 2021, and you lost that fight? How do you qualify for a title shot sitting out for over 3 years and just sitting on the sidelines waiting when you're trying to say who is the best fighter in the world? Should you not be active and be competing and be beating? You said yourself, and Hunter has said that the UFC heavyweight division is the best it's ever been, right? So should he not be challenging himself against those fighters? So when Jon got hurt, instead of saying Stipe versus Pavlovich, Aspinall versus Pavlovich, why not Stipe versus Pavlovich or Stipe versus Aspinall at that point? That would be the argument. So
you fucking bold bastard. It's so easy. If Stipe's been sitting out 3-4 years doing fuck all. They should have made a Stipe fight while Jon Jones was, I don't know, whatever he was doing. If they made Stipe versus Tom Aspinall or Stipe versus Pavlovich, this winner, right, there wouldn't even be an interim title, guys. Remember, I think Tom Aspinall won the interim title through Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. So if they did Stipe versus Pavlovich, it could have been for an interim title, but immediately, do you know what interim title means? Interim title means you're next for the champion. They haven't done that. They made Tom Aspinall win the interim champion, but they said to him, yo, you don't get to fight Jon Jones. You keep defending your interim title. It's a slap in the face. He knows it. He's got egg on his face. Can't hide it much longer. Exposes. This guy's getting exposed.
So I have two legends in the sport that wanted to fight each other. These guys are lined up. One guy gets hurt, and this is the fight that they both want. What do you do?
Are you taking the piss? So you're saying if a fighter wants a certain fight, you just make it. You're the fucking boss of the game. You can do whatever. What do? Mate, you don't just do what you want to do. You fucking make the proper fights the fans want to see. You don't just say, what do you do? They want to fight each other. So you're going to let them fight each other. You're going to let them wait 2, 3, 4 years. You're going to let them hold the division up. It's your guys' agenda, guys, not us. We don't want to see this fight. It's all bullshit.
You don't show the guys the respect?
When have you ever fucking shown them respect? You don't show Stipe respect. Stipe didn't have respect for you anyway because he didn't want you wrapping the belt around his waist. I remember he told someone else to wrap the belt around his waist. Jon Jones don't like you. You don't like Jon Jones. Stop chatting shit, guys. Stop chatting shit.
And I guarantee you this: if Stipe wins, Stipe's going to retire. You know what I mean? This will be Stipe's last fight. So are you, the media, telling me I should just tell Stipe to fuck off and good luck to you, Stipe?
How do you know Stipe is going to retire? The same way, how do you know Jon Jones is going to retire? Like, this guy says Jon Jones is not going to retire. Mate, you're talking out your ass, man.
Right off into sunset. Go fight some fires, and that's a wrap for you, buddy. Because
you did the same shit to Mohamed Makayev, so just it's part of the UFC. You did the same shit to Francis Ngannou. You bloody erased the guy's legacy, so stop chatting crap.
Because Jon got hurt. Or do I show this guy the respect that I should show him and give them both the fight that they want? You know, that's the position I'm in. We had this thing lined up, and again, like you said, if Stipe was 32 years old, then that's probably what we do. But this is probably Stipe's last fight, win or lose. And I'm not going to disrespect the guy. He accepted the fight. He was ready for the fight, and Jon got injured. If you don't think that I wouldn't love to just say, hey, let's do fucking Stipe and one of the top 3 heavyweights, and then we do Jon Jones versus,
Okay, Leonid was supposed to fight Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat pulls out. I think something happened. Or Robert Whittaker was supposed to fight Khamzat Chimaev recently. Robert Whittaker pulls out. sorry, Khamzat Chimaev pulls out. Guess what they do? They put someone else in place of Khamzat Chimaev, and they still make them fight. And down the line, they make the proper fight. So, Jon Jones was injured. So Stipe is still available. Make Stipe fight Aspinall. You know, if they did that, it'd make a clear contender for the fucking belt rather than this bullshit. But no. Dana White wants a retirement fight for Jon Jones, guys. We know his agenda. He wants to help protect his record. And he knows Aspinall's going to be too much. That's why.
You know, it would be great, but we already agreed to this with these guys. We already had a deal, and John got hurt. You know, it's not like I'm trying to pull off some fucking, fight nobody wants to see, or
You are pulling a fight no one wants to see, bro.
Or not give Aspinall.
Joe Biden versus fucking Barack Obama. That's what this man's fucking making.
Aspinall's a young, badass dude. He's got plenty of time. These guys are going to fight in November, and he will fight Jon Jones if he wins. I almost guarantee you that.
Stop lying. Look at the tongue outside his mouth. I'm going to play this clip back multiple times when, let's just say, Jon Jones fights Stipe and Jon Jones retires. I'm going to play this clip back, you bold bastard. You chatting shit. Jon Jones will not fight Tom Aspinall. There's no way. There's no way in hell. But he's sly in what he's doing, guys. He is very sly. He'll say stuff like this so Jon Jones gets that pressure on his shoulder. So Jon Jones, don't trust this man. This man's going to do your dance dirty when you decide to decline it. I guarantee you guys, if Jon Jones decides to retire, this is what Dana White's going to say. I didn't believe he would retire. I thought Jon Jones would have wanted it. Maybe he's not the greatest of all time then. He's going to get sour. Because the money of the business, guys, it's all about money. This guy's a sly guy, guys. The Don Charles of the UFC.
And if Stipe wins, then we'll figure out what's next for Aspinall.
So if Stipe were to happen to win, does Aspinall become the full champion given you?
Well, then who knows too? Let's see if Stipe wins and Stipe feels great. Maybe Stipe does take the fight.
So this guy just said a few moments ago, guarantees Stipe retires. You just look at this guy's face. This is, I chat shit on a daily. My daily life's about chatting shit and manipulating the fans. Don't buy this, guys. This guy chat so much crap.
I don't know. I'm just saying, me right here now, I think that if Stipe wins, Stipe probably retires. But you never know until the fight's over. Anything can happen in a fight. Stipe could go in there and win spectacularly, and he beats the greatest fighter of all time, and maybe he wants to test himself against Aspinall, and maybe the money's right, and it all lines up, and he wants it. Who knows? But I made a deal with these two guys that they could fight each other. And one guy got hurt. Now he's ready, and the fight's going to happen. And Jon Jones is the pound-for-pound best fighter.
This guy, man. Look at this guy. He's laughing with it now. He's just taking the piss out of everyone, guys. You let your thoughts below, guys. Is this Dana White guy? Do you believe what he's saying, guys? Do you think Jon Jones will fight Tom Aspinall after the fight? Or in my opinion, he's just chatting shit, guys. He just wants to make this last retirement fight for Jon Jones, and then he's just sly the way he uses his wording, guys. He can come back and say, I said Jon Jones would have fought Tom Aspinall, but Jon Jones would get the pressure on his shoulder then to fight Tom Aspinall. Jon Jones ain't fighting Tom Aspinall. So look at the manipulation this guy's using, guys. You let me know your thoughts below. This Dana White guy, again, I'm going to continue exposing him. But yeah, guys,